Hello, and welcome to this demo of Wink EMR. This video is intended for users of Wink PMS that want to use our iPad-based EMR for the purpose of medical record management. To begin, let's open Wink EMR on an iPad. After your database has been synced with the EMR feature by our team, your doctors will be able to log in with their usual Wink credentials. As you can see, my appointments for the day are showing on the main screen. These appointments are pulled from your Wink PMS calendar. To start a visit, simply tap on a patient cell. I'll select Johnny Walker for my example. Every time you open a patient, you'll land by default on the summary page, where you can get a quick look at the highlights of the patient's previous visits. To start the exam, click on Start Visit. Then, choose throughout many types of consultations. For this example, let's select a comprehensive eye exam. This will open up the pre-test section for this type of exam. This data can be entered by an ophthalmic assistant or by the doctors themselves. First, we'll enter the reason for visit as described by the patient. You can type something, choose from your favorites, or if you prefer, you can hold the microphone button and dictate. Now, let's move on to the auto-refractor. I can start by scanning a document. Just turn the iPad vertically, then place it flat over the document, and the picture will be taken automatically. Then, you can enter the values. And now, why don't we enter Mr. Walker's current prescription eyewear? And how about I add tonometry as a pretest? Tap the orange plus button to show more test options. And there we go. Now the doctor has the opportunity to change their mind about what type of consultation they want to do. Let's say we still want a comprehensive eye exam. As you can see, you now have new sections: chief complaint, history, entrance testing, vision testing, anterior and posterior exam, as well as contact lens and form. Okay, let's open the first tile. In this tile, I simply have to check off the boxes that apply. Now we also have this kind of tile which displays lists. To add something, you can search for an item in the list, then just tap it to select it. You can also add something that is not part of the list. Simply type it and select it. However, note that this item will not get saved to the list for future use to prevent bad data collection and duplicates. Now this is a returning patient. If the history is the same, you can choose Same as Past and it will copy the data from the previous exam, or you can select None if there is no history. On the right menu bar, you can tap on History to see data from the previous visits. This makes it easy to compare with the past years. For certain tests, you have the possibility to draw directly on images. A picture icon will appear in the Exams tile on the Overview screen to indicate that there is a drawing. In some tiles, you'll be able to see results from tests that were filled out earlier. This way, you don't have to jump from one tile to another to see the results from related tests. Here, for my subjective refraction, I can copy the results from either my auto-refraction or my lensometry by clicking on this button at the top left. I can edit the results, But if that's my final refraction, I can copy the values over to the final Rx just below by clicking on the final Rx button. These values will copy over to another section called the final Rx printout. Here, I can also enter the PD or recommend a lens type with a particular Rx for the dispensary. Okay, we're almost done. There are just a few more important things. You can prescribe medication, select services you want to bill to the patient, and set the eye exam recall. In the summary box, we can type or dictate the highlights of this consultation. The synopsis will appear in the Summary tab upon opening the patient. Lastly, add your digital signature and print whichever documents you may need. Wink EMR is so easy to use and requires almost no training. Your doctors will love it. Thank you for watching this demo of Wink EMR, and stay tuned for more features to come.